Coaches, just like the last two nights, we're going to be doing award presentations for last evening's relays. I need the top 8 finishing teams for women's and men's relays over at award staging. If you could get your relay swimmers that swam last night, we're in top 8. If you could get them out at 4:45, it's about 3 minutes from now, get them over to award staging. We'll do those awards at 4:51. We'll clear the pool at 10 till for everybody else. Swimmers at this time, lane 7, an additional sprint lane. Again, over at award staging now, we need our top 8 finishing teams from last evening's women's and men's relays. Those award presentations coming up. Coaches, 3 more minutes left of warm-up time in the main competition pool. 3 minutes. Coaches and swimmers, 2 minutes left of warm-up time in the main competition pool, 2 minutes. And we need our relay swimmers from last night, our top 8 for both the women's and men's relays over at award staging. Swimmers, at this time, let's please clear the main competition pool. Let's please clear the main competition pool. Swimmers, again, let's please clear the pool. Let's please clear the main competition pool. Swimmers, let's please clear the main competition pool. And now the award presentations from last evening's women's 800 freestyle relay. In 8th place in the women's 800 freestyle relay from last evening, Tide Riders, Brown, Gunther, Krager, and Schoch. 7th place for North Carolina Aquatic Club, Emmerich, Woke, Brock, and Collins. 6th place for Waukesha Express, Antnewski, Meyer. Antnewski, so we got Ella and Avery on that relay, and Wayner. In fifth place, Mason Manarays, Gordon, Backer, Tepley, and Schaefer. In fourth place, Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Miklos, Bischoff, Sheps, and DeGunther. Third place, Georgetown Academy, Hamill, Bowles, Freeman, and Gibson. In second place, Long Island Aquatic Club, Gormson, Larson, Zangaro, and Anderson. And the 2024 NCSA Summer Swimming Champions in the women's 800 freestyle relay, setting a new meet record with their time of 8:14.75 Academy bullets. Their A relay, Haley Vlasic, Rebecca Rentz, Tessalina Stavropoulos, and Paige Kowal. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you, ladies. And now the award presentation in men's 200 freestyle relay. In eighth place, Team Pittsburgh Elite, Whiteford, Edwards, Schuster, and Zukowski. Seventh place from Academy Bullets, Nagel, Capon, Conti, and Leal. Sixth place from Chicago Wolfpack, Grude, Ferguson, Hooper, Haviland, and Nolan. Fifth place from Suburban Seahawks, Wang, Yinier, Shiflett, and Bridgefield. Fourth place, Badger Aquatics Club, Wolf, Carter, Johnson, and Heinreich. In third place, Dad's Club Swim Team, Hensel, Meow, Hemmer, and Williams. In second place, Ole Swimming, your lead swimmer on that relay last night, Devin Dilger, establishing a new 50 freestyle record in a time of 22.59 as the leadoff there, breaking the old record of a 22.98. Very cool. The rest of the Ole team, Zexter, Ward, and Leginski, and the 2024 NCSA Summer Swimming Champions in the men's 200 freestyle relay, setting a new meet record, or time of 1:32.61, Mason Manarays, Jason Zhao, Charles Dillon, Jarrett Payne, and Brady Campbell. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our fourth night of finals competition here at the IU Natatorium, the 2024 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships. At this time, I'd ask that you all please rise and look towards the scoreboard as we're going to have a special national anthem presentation here. Olympian Elizabeth Beisel from Olympic Trials. All right, it's about to get real in here. Tonight, we're going to see competition of the women's and men's 400 freestyle. Women's and men's 100 butterfly, women's and men's 200 breaststroke, and we'll wrap up the evening with 400 freestyle relays. Going to start it off this evening, women's 400 freestyle, here E-final. Here we are in the E-final. Lane 1 for Blazing Barracudas, Charlotte Duser. 2 for Waukesha Express, Emerson Meyer. 3 for Tide Riders, Anna Gunther. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Lillian Burkowski. 5 for St. Croix, Emma Woods. 6 for Nova of Virginia, Kirsten Armstrong. 7 for Suburban Seahawks, Caitlin Colasar. And 8 for North Carolina Aquatic Club, Yari Brock. Charlotte Duser taking it out in lane 1 for Blazing Barracudas, 103.07. Yari Brock from North Carolina Aquatics, second in lane 8 at the 100. .200 turn and out in front now. Lane 8, Yari Brock, North Carolina Aquatic, 2:11.51, second position. Lillian Burkowski, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 4, 2:11.69, and third in lane 1, Charlotte Duser, Blazing Barracudas. Wood and Burkowski turning at the same time. Down at the 250 in lanes 4 and 5. Brock still out front. Lane 1. Or lane 8 rather. And Yari Brock here, North Carolina Aquatic. She turns 3:18.78 at the 300. Wood now second position. In lane 5, 3:20.62. Burkowski third at the 300. She turned in a 3:21.06. Yari Brock, North Carolina Aquatic, lane 8, in command of this final heat the entire time, and she touches in a 4:24.57. D final in women's 400 freestyle. Lane 1 for Blazing Barracuda is Beatrice Stewart. 2 for Long Island Aquatic, April Chung. 3 for Tide Riders, Alexis Cook. 4 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Alexandra Siegel. 5 for Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg, Catherine Gunther. 6 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Sasha Carafin. 7 for Mason Manor Race, Dana Fairbanks. And 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Sydney Green. Hundred turn in the D final, and out in front, Sydney Green, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 8. Second over in lane 1 for Blazing Barracudas, Beatrice Stewart. Green's 100 split, 103.56. Stewart, 103.75. Beatrice Stewart now into the lead at the 150, turning 137.24. Carafin into second, lane 6. Sasha Carafin into the lead now at the 200. Lane 6 turns into 2:10.80 ahead of Stewart. Over in lane 1, 2:10.99. Carafin from Long Island, ready for the 300 turn, 3:18.09. Stewart from Blazing Barracudas over in lane 1, second 3:18.75, and third is Siegel, also swimming for Long Island Aquatic Club. Final link coming down to the finish in the D final heat of the women's 400 freestyle. And Sasha Carafin, Long Island Aquatic, her time 4:23.91. Coaches, if you haven't turned your relay cards in yet, please do so as soon as possible. Be very helpful here for the head table. Coaches, if you have not turned in your relay cards, please do so. Ready now for the B final heat of the women's 400 free. Lane 1 for Long Island Aquatic, Sadie Dividov. 2 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antoniewski. 3 for Germantown Academy, Amelia Gibson. 4 for Suburban Seahawks, Lainey Mullins. 5 for Germantown Academy, Carly Bowles. 6 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Samantha Anderson. 7 for course swimming, Amelia Lester. And 8 for Mason Manarays, Isabella Templey. Ella Antoniewski, Waukesha Express. Lane 2 at the 100, 101.92. Carly Bowles, Germantown Academy, second in lane 5, turned at a 102.82. .200 turn coming up with Ella Antoniewski, Waukesha Express. 209.07. Second is Carly Bowles, Germantown Academy, in lane 5, turning into 209.93. And third at the 200, Amelia Gibson, the Germantown Academy, in lane 3. On the move in lane 4, Lainey Mullins, Suburban Seahawks. Mullins to the front. .300 turn, and Carly Bowles gets her feet around first here at the 300. Germantown Academy, 3:15.96 ahead of Mullins. Second in lane 4, and a third is Antoniewski, lane 2. 350 turn with Bowles out front. Carly Bowles at Germantown Academy, lane 5. Pulling away from Lainey Mullins, Suburban Seahawks in lane 4. Bowles this morning, preliminary swim, 425.17. And Carly Bowles, 420.56, winning the bonus final heat as part of our final session this evening in the women's 400 freestyle. $425.6 for Bowles. Consolation final now. Lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Haley Vlasic. 2 for Zionsville Swim Club, Ava Metzger. 3 for Mason Manta Rays, Taylor Bucker. 4 for Long Island Aquatics, Sarah Larson. 5 for Nova of Virginia, Emery DeGunther. 6 for Petty Aquatic Association, Madeline Brennan. 7 for Team Greensville, Lily Abdella. And 8 for Nova of Virginia, Riley Miklos. Coming into the 100 turn, Emery DeGunther, Nova of Virginia. Actually, Brennan turns first in lane 6, 102.66. And then there's Larson in lane 4 at a 102.76. DeGunther turned third in lane 5, but Sarah Larson, Long Island Aquatic now. Lane 4 in first position at the 150. Ahead of Brennan in lane 6, to Gunther third in lane 5. Sarah Larson turns at the 200, 209.20. Taylor Backer, Mason Manaray, second in lane 3. Backer challenging for the lead with Larson in 4. .250 turn with Larson out front, then Backer. Third is Brennan in lane 6. Taylor Backer, Mason Manaray in lane 3, breathing off to the right, sees her competition in lanes 4 and 5. Backer turning at the 300, 316.51, ahead of Larson in 4, to Gunther in 5, and you got Brennan fourth in lane 6. Got a great race going here in the consolation final heat of the women's 400 freestyle. .350 turn. And now to Gunther of Nova out in front in lane 5. She turns in a 3:49.77. Packer second in lane 3. Larson third in lane 4. Charging in lane 6, Madeline Brennan, Petty Aquatic Association. Over in lane 3, Taylor Backer of Mason Manta Rays. Into the wall, and Taylor touching first for the Manta Rays. Time of 4:21.37 in the consolation final. That was a great race, ladies. Fun to watch you jock back and forth there. And we now bring out the championship final heat of the women's 400 freestyle. Here's how the lineup for this race. In lane 1 for North Carolina Aquatic Club, Daisy Collins. 2 for Germantown Academy, Nora Weber. 3 for Lakeside Swim Team, Elizabeth Suma. 4 for Rockville Montgomery, Andrea Dworak. 5 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Vivian Zangaro. 6 for Lakeside, Ava Graziani. 7 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Lily Gormsman. And in lane 8 for Nova of Virginia, Allison Bischoff. The championship final heat in women's 400 freestyle. NCSA long course record in women's 400 freestyle. 4:12.80 by Madison Smith, Rockville Montgomery. At last summer's swimming championship here at the IU Natatorium. Andrea Dworak turns at the 100, 1:00.15. Head of Zangaro in lane 5, 1:00.87. Andrea Dvorak this morning at the 200 was a 206.25. Dvorak turns 205.20. Zangaro still second. Third position is Lily Gormson of Long Island Aquatic Club. .250 turn. Dvorak still ahead of Zangaro. Vivian Zangaro, Long Island Aquatic Club, lane 5, starts to pick it up. Turns at the 300, 310, 39 ahead of Dvorak at a 1087. Gormston still third in lane 7. Half a link to go in this championship final heat. Women's 400 freestyle. Vivian Zangaro, Long Island Aquatic Club, out front of lane 5. This morning, Vivian with a time 4:19.85, and tonight she takes the championship in the women's 400 freestyle in a time of 4:14.34. Waukesha Express, we still need to get your relay cards turned in up here to the head table. Waukesha Express, still need to get your relay cards turned in here to the head table. Heading into the men's 400 freestyle, your E-final. Lane 1 for Excel Aquatics, Sakai Ibrahim. 2 for Nova of Virginia, Cole Nelson. 3 for Eagle Swim Team, Tristan Furlow. 4 for Izwaki Aquatics, Aiden Terezes. 5 for Lakeside Swim Team, Carter Rankin. 6 for North Carolina Aquatic, Colton Sheres. 7 for Greenwich YWCA, Jonathan Packard. And 8 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Reed O'Connell. Hundred turn, and for Eagle Swimming, Tristan Furlow, lane 3 out front. 56.65. Cole Nelson, Nova of Virginia, second in lane 2. 200 turn coming up for Tristan Furlow. 157.72. Nelson still second in lane 2, turns into 201.24. And third position is Zakai Ibrahim, Excel Aquatics in lane 1 now. .300 turn for Tristan Furlow here. He's got a big lead. Turns into 300.79. Ibrahim now second in lane 1, turning into 304.86. Nelson is third in lane 2, and fourth Terrazas from Izwaki Aquatics, fourth in lane 4. And Tristan Furlow, 404.09 in the E final of the men's 400 free. Here's the D final. Lane 1 for Izwaki Aquatics, Grant Freeze. 2 for Long Island Aquatic, Gavin Buckley. 3 for Tsunami Swim Team, Deacon Gutshaw. 4 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Jack Haley. 5 for Germantown Academy, Brandon Fleck. 6 for Rockville Montgomery, Joshua Lopez. 7 for Long Island Aquatic, James Darcy. And in lane 8 for Tide Riders, Maxwell Marcus. Out front at the 100, Jack Haley, Chelsea Piers, turning in at 57.86. Joshua Lopez, Rockville Montgomery, lane 6, second in a time of 57.92. Deacon Gutschall, Suzami starting to pick it up, and Gutschall does move to the front here at the 200 mark. 2:00.76. Actually, Gutschall turned at the same time as Lopez in lane 6 at that 2:00.76. And that makes Haley third in lane 4. Brandon Fleck out front at the 250. Brandon Fleck swimming for Germantown Academy. Brandon Fleck is taken off. Fleck turns at the 300. In the time 3:00.75. Ahead of Joshua Lopez, Rockville Montgomery in lane 6, turning in a 3:02.48. Half a length to go for Brandon. And Brandon Fleck, Germantown Academy, is going to take the D final heat in a time of 4:02.93. Brandon waves to the crowd. And now the bonus final in men's 400 freestyle. Lane 1 for Team Pittsburgh, Luke Hartman. 2 for Blazing Barracudas, Leland McPhail. 3 for Chicago Wolfpack, George Vescu. 4 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Ethan Silver. 5 for Lakeside Swim Team, Clay Bauman. 6 for Tide Riders, Brody Blatt. 7 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Rory O'Connor. And in lane 8 for Rockville Montgomery, Alexander Wynn. Hundred turn here in the bonus final heat. Out in front, Rory O'Connor, Chelsea Piers, 57.17. Just ahead of Brody Blatt of Tide Riders, lane 6, who turned in a 57.43. Clay Bauman, the Lakeside, moves into second position, lane 5, with O'Connor still out front, lane 7. Clay Bauman to the front in lane 5, turns in a 1:59.04 at the 200, ahead of O'Connor in lane 7. And third position, Luke Hartman, Team Pittsburgh in lane 1. Clay Bauman turns at the 250, 229.91. Bauman at the 300, 301.56. Avasquez, second in lane 3 as he turns 301.64. Hartman and Wynn tied in third. Hartman in 1, Wynn in lane 8 with 100 to go. Now George Avasquez, Chicago Wolfpack, to the front in lane 3. Half a length to go here in the bonus final, and they're racing it out. Clay Bauman in lane 5. Trying to come back. They're fighting down to the finish here. Will it be Avasquez? Will it be Bauman? And it is George Avasquez from Chicago Wolfpack in a time of 4:01.83. 0.03 of a second quicker than Bauman to the wall. That was a good race, gentlemen. Now the consolation final heat in men's 400 freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 for North Carolina Aquatic, Ian Platts-Mills. 2 for Swim Houston, Gideon Swan. 3 for Lakeside, Alexander Teesing. 4 for Eagle Swim Team, Brandon Richter. 5 for Core Swimming, Evan Gluck. 6 for Long Island Aquatic, William Siegel. 7 for Suburban Seahawks, Con Yinier. And 8 for Academy Bullets, Braden Capon. Hundred turn here in the consolation final heat, and out in front, Alexander Teesing, Lakeside, 57.84. Second in lane 8, Braden Capon, Academy Bullets, who turned in a 57.90. William Siegel into the lead. Lane 6 at the 150, turning at a 128.80. Head of Teesing in lane 3. William Siegel swimming for Long Island Aquatic Club. Siegel still leading the way at the 200, turns in a 159.79, ahead of Braden Capon, Academy Bullets in lane 8 at a 159.84. William Siegel still out front here, lane 6. Turns at the 300, 300.99. Evan Gluck, course swimming, now second in lane 5 at a 302.06, and third, Braden Capon in lane 8. Siegel turns at the 350, out in front. Gluck second. Yinier now third in lane 7. Fourth is Teesing in 3. William Siegel, Long Island Aquatic Club, sprint it down here to the finish in the consolation final heat. Siegel touches in a time of 4:00.82. Now bringing up the championship final heat in men's 400 freestyle. Here's your championship final. Lane 1 for Mason Manta Rays, Jason Zhao. 2 for Petty Aquatic Association, Luke Brennan. 3 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Sean Atkinson. Lane 4, also swimming for Long Island Aquatic, Sean Green. 5 for Rockville Montgomery, Cooper Zecker Kemney. 6 for Dad's Club, Alex Meow. 7 for Chicago Wolfpack, Pico Hooper Haviland. And in lane 8 for Team Pittsburgh, McClellan Clark. The championship final in men's 400 free. NCSA long course record in the men's 400 freestyle of 350.97 by Alec Enyart of Tsunami Swim Team 2022. 100 turn here in the championship final with Sean Green out front, turns at a 55.49. Ahead of Jason Zhao with Mason Manarays in lane 1, 55.96. Sean Green this morning at the 200 was a 159.27. Well ahead of that this evening as Sean turns in a 154.50. Ahead of Atkinson in lane 3, 156.38. Sean Green, Long Island Aquatic, lane 4, coming up at the 300 turn. Laying it out, he was a 258.13 this morning. 253.75 seconds quicker. Atkinson second in lane 3 at a 256.80. And third is Luke Brennan, Petty Aquatics in lane 2. Going to meet record 350.97 as Sean Green is kicking it out. On the way down here to the finish. Sean Green plants it on the wall at a time of 351.62. A strong swim for Sean Green this evening, the championship final heat of the men's 400 freestyle. E-final now in women's 100 butterfly. Lane 1 for Excel Aquatics, Madeline Webb. 2 for Academy Bullets, Claire Conklin. 3 for Chelsea Piers Aquatics, Audrey Gill. 4 for Mecklenburg, Catherine Gunther. 5 for Chicago Wolfpack, Fagan Kaminsky. 6 for Rockville Montgomery, Maria Webb. 7 for Affinity Aquatic, Ava Kaiser. And 8 for Suburban Seahawks, Caitlin Colasar. .50 turn and out in front is Fagan Kaminsky of Wolfpack, lane 5, 29.21. Ahead of Audrey Gill in lane 3, Chelsea Piers. Vega Kaminsky, Chicago Wolfpack, lane 5 in the E final, 102.82. Here's the D final in women's 100 fly. Lane 1 for Blazing Barracudas, Sofia Jimenez. 2 for Academy Bullets, Ariana Nakula. 3 for Excel Aquatics, Mary Ellen Lewis. 4 for Arkansas Dolphins, Zoe Smith. Lane 5 for Team Pittsburgh, Elise Nardozzi. 6 for Chelsea Pierce, Mackenzie Parsons. 7 for Wilmington Aquatic, Rachel Buckrath. And 8 for Tide Riders, Sydney Choate. Out front is Zoe Smith, Arkansas Dolphins, lane 4, turns into 29.08. Actually, she tied at the same time as Nakula. Lots of ties at these turns today as they're working through these events. Zoe Smith, Arkansas Dolphins swim team, lane 4. Pretty big lead coming in here on the D final now, 102.57. Here's the bonus final in women's 100 fly. Lane 1 for Lakeside, Kinley Jones. 2 for Fort Wayne swim team, Peyton O'Connor. 3 for Ensworth Aquatic, Lucy Trayloff. 4 for Northwest Arkansas, Ellison Schrank. 5 for Stingrays, Savannah Duffy. 6 for Long Island Aquatic, Corinna Dye. 7 for Eagle Swim Team, Samantha Randall. And 8 for Ole Swimming, Aubriel McKay. Turning out in front, Kinley Jones, Lakeside Swim Team, 29.04. Second position at the 50 was Samantha Randall, Eagle Swim Team, in 7. Kinley Jones still out front here in the bonus final. And Jones touching in a time of 102.22 out of lane 1. Consolation final. Lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Isabella Watowitz. 2 for Ole Swimming, Catherine Tang. 3 for Chelsea Pierce, Sanam Ellisware. 4 for Arlington Aquatic, Sophie Fredericks. 5 for Petty Aquatic Association, Samantha Valasis. 6 for Verona area, Peyton Flowers. 7 for Mason Manor Rays, Maya Schweikert. And lane 8 for Irish Aquatics, Lauren McGrath. Leading this consolation final heat out of lane 7, Maya Schweikert. Mesa Manarays turns into 28.95. With Witowitz of Academy Bullets second in lane 1 at the 50, 29.16. Peyton Flowers, Verona, lane 6. And touching first is Flowers in the time of 1:02.12. We now bring out the championship final heat in women's 100 butterfly. The lineup in this championship final heat, beginning in lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Rebecca Rentz. 2 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antnuski. 3 for Chicago Wolfpack, Isabella Chow. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush. Lane 5 for Mason Manor Rays, Taylor Bacher. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. 7 for Mason Manor Rays, Addison Schoenlund. And lane 8 for Ensworth Aquatic, Amelia Treylove. This is the championship final heat in women's 100 butterfly. Your top seed here in lane 4 is Charlotte Crush from Lakeside. Came into this race today already with the meet record. She broke her own meet record in a 58.62. So 58.62, the new meet record after prelims this morning. Charlotte was out in a 26.82 this morning. Turns at the 50, 26.61. Quicker than this morning. Charlotte Crush going to be your championship final heat winner. Is she going to break her record from this morning? 58.62, and she does. 58.45, lowers it again. Second on the wall is Taylor Bacher of Mason Manor Rays. Nice job to all of our ladies, especially Charlotte Crush, for re-breaking her record of earlier this morning. Here's the E-final in the men's 100 butterfly. Lane 1 for Eagle Swim Team, Matthew Liu. 2 for Academy Bullets, Braden Nagel. 3 for North Carolina Aquatic, Benjamin Brock. 4 for Northwest Arkansas, Jackson Keys. 5 for Badger Aquatics, Maxwell Carter. 6 for New Wave, Grant Castellan. 7 for Lakeside, Cassius Motter, and lane 8 for Academy Bullets, Gage Helfrich. Carter out front at the 50 as he turned into 26-27, ahead of Jackson Keys in lane 4. Maxwell Carter in 5, Jackson Keys in 4 as they bring the E final heat down here, and it is Jackson Keys from Northwest Arkansas Aquatics on the wall first in a time of 57.00. D final in men's 100 butterfly. Lane 1 for Team Pittsburgh, William Gow. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Griffin Oler. 3 for Team Pittsburgh, Ben Whiteford. 4 for Arlington Aquatic, Evan Ingraham. 5 for Academy Bullets, Daniel Janitis. 6 for Long Island Aquatic, Ryan Baldwin. Lane 7 for Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, Ryan Griffith. And in lane 8 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatic, Jack Haley. Leading at the 50, Ben Whiteford of Team Pittsburgh, 26.22. Ahead of Evan Ingraham, Arlington, lane 4. Daniel Janitis in lane 5. Coming in here, Janitis takes the D final heat at a time of 56.25. Bonus final in men's 100 butterfly. Lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Stephen Bailey. 2 for Mecklenburg, Nathaniel Holm. 3 for Long Island Aquatic, Ethan Silver. 4 for Mason Manarays, Brady Campbell. 5 for Rockville Montgomery, Alexander Jungbluth. 6 for Dad's Club, Alex Meow. 7 for Chicago Wolfpack, Peter Nolan. And 8 for Carolina Aquatic, William Gray. Here we are at the 50 with Nathaniel Holm of Mecklenburg out front, lane 2, 25.80. Stephen Bailey, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 1 was second at the 50, 26.03. Nathaniel Holm still with the edge here. Lane 2. And while they come, and Holm does touch first here in the bonus final heat of the men's 100 butterfly in a time of 55.53. Now the consolation heat in men's 100 fly. Lane 1 for Summit City Aquatics, Owen Lindsay. 2 for Team Greenville, Luke Heyman. 3 for Lakeside, Thomas Mercer. 4 for Badger Aquatics, Alexander Heinrich. 5 for Lakeside, Boone Wilcox. 6 for Lakeside, Alexander Teesing. 7 for Chicago Wolfpack, Biko Hooper Havlin. And 8 for Machine Aquatics, Jason Ross. Out front at the 50, Thomas Mercer, Lakeside, turns into 25.53. ahead of Alexander Heidreich of Badger, lane 4. Thomas Mercer, Lakeside in lane 3 with the edge. Heinreich in 4, trying to get in there at the finish. Heinreich does get to the wall first in lane 4 in a time of 54.60. Now bringing out the championship final heat in men's 100 butterfly. Swimming in lane 1 for North Carolina Aquatic, Andrew Commons. 2 for Eagle Swim Team, Langston Duncan. 3 also for Eagle Swim Team, Caden Bowers. 4 for New Wave, Enzo Solitario. 5 for Ole Swimming, Devin Dilger. 6 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Yofang Yu. 7 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Martin Perchinsky. And lane 8 for Kentucky Aquatics, Clark Coyle. This is the championship final heat of men's 100 butterfly. NCSA long course record, the men's 100 butterfly, 53.74 by Connor Black, Cats Aquatic Club in 2013. Enzo Solitario for the morning swim, not too far off the meet record. He was out in a 25.65. But we've got Yufang Yu of Northwest Arkansas turned at the 50 in a 25.11. Solitario was second at the 50. Now let's see how these gentlemen bring it home in the championship final heat, men's 100 butterfly. Up through the center they come. Enzo Solitario, New Wave in lane 4. And touching first is Solitario in a time of 53.69. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a new meet record in the men's 100 butterfly. 53.69, breaking the old record of a 53.74. Enzo Solitario. Your E-final in the women's 200 breaststroke. E-final, lane 1 for Chicago Wolfpack, Brooke Witt. 2 for Academy Bullets, Alexandra Casanovas. 3 for Ole Swimming, Sadie Rogers. 4 for Southeast Metro Sharks, Logan Haverman. 5-4 Eagle Swim Team, Krista Blaha. 6-4 Southeast Metro Sharks, Malia Johnson. 7 for Long Island Aquatics, Sophia Lyons. And 8 for Germantown Academy, Grace Bell. Hundred turn with Brooke Witt of Wolfpack out front, lane 1, 116.67. Ahead of Logan Haverman, Southeast Metro Sharks in lane 4. Turned in 117.20. Haverman out front, lane 4, turns at the 150, 159.32 with Witt second in lane 1. Logan Haverman, Southeast Metro Sharks, coming to the wall, 242.49 as she wins the E final heat. D final. Lane 1 of this D final heat from Chicago Wolfpack, Ileana King. 2 from Long Island Aquatic, Madison Lynn. 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Fiona Sonia. 4 for Mason Manta Rays, Alyssa Ullman. 5 for Lakeside, Parker Russell. 6 for Rockville Montgomery, Mimi Moore. 7 for New Trier Aquatics is Riley McNeil. And 8 for Chicago Wolfpack, Olivia Kremer. Hundred turn here. Alyssa Ullman, Mason Manta Rays out front, lane 4, 116.77. Head of Madison Lynn, Long Island Aquatic Club, lane 2, who turned in a 117.07. 150 turn, and now Madison Lynn out front from Long Island Aquatic, lane 2. 159.02 at the far end. Correction, a 157.73 at the far end. Second is Sanjaya in lane 3. She turned at the 159.02. D final heat coming to the wall. Madison Lynn, Long Island Aquatic. Lynn's time, 240.69. Bonus final in women's 200 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Tide Riders, Charlotte Brown. 2 for Fort Wayne Swim Team, Peyton O'Connor. 3 for Greenville, Chelsea Gerardo. 4 for Academy Bullets, Isabella Witowitz. 5 for Club North Swimming, Reagan Graybill. 6 for Ensworth Aquatics, Salem Bar. 7 for Zionsville, Madeline Aiken. And 8 for Fast Tigers, Polina Sapova. Hundred turn here in the bonus final heat. And in lane 8, Polina Sapova, Fast Tigers, turning at a 117.53. The second is Salem Bar of Ensworth, lane 6. There's a 117.70. And Charlotte Brown, third in lane 1 at the 100. .150 turn, and it is Salem Bar from Ensworth now out front, lane 6. 158.98. Second position is Isabella Witowitz of Academy Bullets, lane 4. We've seen Witowitz blast back strong on the last length of a number of races here over the last few days. Salem Bar of Ensworth Aquatic. She's built up a pretty good lead here in the bonus final. Over a body length lead under the backstroke flag, Salem Bar of Ensworth in a 240.37. Consolation final in this event. Lane 1 for Dance Club, Sophia Kasecki. 2 for Stingrays, Evelyn Jezerinek. 3 for North Carolina Aquatic, Isabel Woke. 4 for Academy Bullets, Abigail Moore. Lane 5 for Blazing Barracudas, Catherine Dorsey. 6 for Verona area, Lauren Konarski. 7 for Verona is Cheyenne Burrows. And in lane 8 for North Carolina Aquatic, Kenzie Kim. Abigail Moore, Academy Bullets out front in lane 4 at the 50, 35.48 ahead of Isabel Walk, North Carolina Aquatic in lane 3. Catherine Dorsey, Blazing Barracudas in lane 5. The edge of the Constellation final field here, coming into the 100 turn. 1:15.46 ahead of Abigail Moore, Academy Bullets in lane 4. Turning at the 150, Dorsey still out front, lane 5, 1:56.45. Moore still second in lane 4, and third is Burrows. That's Cheyenne Burrows of Verona swim team in lane 7. Catherine Dorsey, Blazing Barracudas, lane 5, coming in here on the Constellation final heat. Last minute move, no, Dorsey gets on the wall first, ahead of Moore. Dorsey's time, 2:38.28. Let's now bring out the championship final heat in women's 200 breaststroke. The lineup here in the championship final heat, beginning in lane 1 for Chicago Wolfpack, Kayla Duran. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Angela Kadori. 3 for Machine Aquatics, Elizabeth Bryan. 4 for Mason Manor Rays, Reese Riley. 5 for Lakeside swim team, Hannah Schmidt. 6 for Academy Bullets, Elizabeth Naraki. 7 for Affinity Aquatic, Cadence Stout. And 8 for Academy Bullets, Brooke Corrigan. This is your championship final heat of women's 200 breaststroke. NCSA long course record of the women's 200 breaststroke, 2:29.82 by Zoe Dixon, Nova of Virginia, 2021. Hannah Schmidt at the 50 from Lakeside. Headed to Rocky in lane 6. Hannah Schmidt turns at the 100, 111.72, heading to Rocky in lane 6 at a 113.22. Hannah Schmidt turned this morning at the 150 at a 153.68. Schmidt out front, 150.93. Half a length to go for Hannah Schmidt of Lakeside. Angela Kadori, Rockville Montgomery in lane 2. Trying to close the gap, but Hannah Schmidt looks like she's going to take the championship final heat. And Schmidt on the wall in a time of 2:31.77. 'Now the E final in men's 200 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Affinity Aquatic Club, Logan Truskowski. 2 for Nova of Virginia, James Johnson. 3 for Eagle Swim Team, Matthew Liu. 4 for Team Pittsburgh, Andrew Perez. 5 for Nova of Virginia, Caleb June. 6 for Suburban Seahawks, Jacob Nwazwiat. 7 for Missouri State Aquatics, Nathan Wu. And 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Hampton Stucker. Turn here in the E final with James Johnson, Nova of Virginia out front, lane 2, 109.30. Second, Matthew Liu, Eagle Swim Team in lane 3. Andrew Perez, Team Pittsburgh, leading at the 150. He turns in a 147.00 ahead of Matthew Liu. Perez just in front of Liu, but he is starting to stretch out his lead now. Coming into the wall here in the E final of the men's 200 breaststroke, and Perez in the time at 2:24.98. Here's the D final in men's 200 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Tsunami Swim Team, Bradley Egan. 2 for Machine Aquatics, Nathan Widman. 3 for Chelsea Piers Aquatics, Ches Jones. 4 for St. Croix Swim Club, Jackson Kogler. 5 for Excel Aquatics, Gavin Fu. 6 for Zionsville Swim Club, Lewis Sams. 7 for Arlington Aquatic, Paris Garvin. And in lane 8 for Arlington Aquatic is Diego Ramos. Lane 4, Jackson Kogler, St. Croix. Kogler turns at the 100, 108.91. Ahead of Gavin Fu of Excel Aquatics in lane 5. Back behind your leader, it's pretty tight. Lane 3, we got lane 2 rather, we got Nathan Widman of Machine Aquatics, and then Chaz Jones of Chelsea Pierce in lane 3. Side by side going at it. Kogler still leading at the 150, 146.61. Second position now, Gavin Fu of Excel Aquatics. Third is Jones. Fourth is Widman. And Jackson Kogler is going to win the D final heat here in lane 4. His time, 2:23.66. Now the bonus final in men's 200 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Eagle Swim Team, Holden Skidmore. 2 for Tsunami, Adam Hout. 3 for Kentucky Aquatics, James Rogers. 4 for Carolina Aquatic, Calvin Shaper. 5 for Mason Manta-Rays, Walker Bailey. 6 for Machine Aquatics, Caden Wilkinson. 7 for North Carolina Aquatic Club, Connor Peck. And 8 for Waukesha Express, Ryan Weiner. Bailey leading the way in lane 5 ahead of Shaper in lane 4. Over in lane 1, Holden Skidmore of Eagle as we're coming into the 100 turn. Skidmore is around in a 107.99 ahead of Shaper in 4. Third position, Wilkinson in lane 6. Skidmore still out in front at the 150, turns in a 144.60. Second position now, Caden Wilkinson of Machine Aquatics in lane 6, turned in a 145.87. Bonus final with Holden Skidmore, Eagle Swim Team. Out front, but down here to the finish, Wilkinson. Nope, Skidmore does get there first, holds the lead the entire race. Skidmore touching in a 222.67. Consolation final in men's 200 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Long Island Aquatic Club, David Krasnurski. 2 for, also for Long Island, Andrew Keck. 3 for Kentucky Aquatics, Elijah Gronecki. 4 for Dad's Club, Kading Zhao. 5 for Summit City Aquatics, Josiah Collins. 6 for Nova of Virginia, Matthew Woelfel. 7 for Ensworth Aquatics, Carter Miller. And 8 for Summit City, Logan Pazwinski. Swimmers that have been in championship final heats concluded so far this evening, please start making your way over to award staging. At the end of the men's 200 breaststroke, we'll catch up on all our individual event awards before heading into the 400 freestyle relay to wrap up this evening. So, all swimmers who've competed in championship final heats this evening, up to now, please make your way over to award staging. Your presentation's coming up just a few moments. Coaches, help us get your swimmers over there. Caden Zhao, Dad's Club, is leading at the 100. Now they're down at the 150 with Zhao still out front, 143.19, ahead of Andrew Cook of Long Island, who turned into 143.64. Zhao this morning with a time of 2:21.79, and tonight he plants it on the wall in a time of 2:20.41. Now bringing out our last championship final heat of the evening, that of the men's 200 breaststroke. Here's how to line up in this race, beginning in lane 1. From Swim Streamline, Tyler Tenenberger. 2 for Dad's Club, Jacob McGuff. 3 for Suburban Seahawks, Jake Wang. 4 for Lakeside, Wilson York. 5 for Hershey Aquatic, Gavin Tran. 6 for Mason Manarays, Ryder Hicks. 7 for Lakeside Swim Team, Owen Durham. And an 8 for Team Greenville, Joshua Wilder. This is your championship final heat of men's 200 breaststroke. NCSA long course record of the men's 200 breaststroke, 2:14:37 by Jacob Montague of Grosse Pointe in 2015. .50 turn, and York is out front, 31.13. On the move, Jake Wang, Suburban Seahawks in lane 3. Jake Wang to the front. Wang's going to turn at the 100, 105.43, ahead of Wilson York of Lakeside. Once again, we have award presentations coming up at the conclusion of this heat that's in the water. We need to get our top 8 finishing teams for all of our individual events over at award staging now. Wilson York at the 150, turned in a 140.27 ahead of Wang. Wilson York of Lakeside starting to crank it up here in lane 4, pulls away from the rest of the field. Championship final of the men's 200 breaststroke. And Wilson York touches in a time of 2:15.11. And award presentations coming up in the 400 free, the 100 butterfly, and 200 breaststroke before we finish out the evening with 400 freestyle relay. Once again, we need our top 8 finishers, women's and men's 400 free, 100 butterfly, and 200 breaststroke over at award staging. All right, ready to start our award presentations, beginning with the women's 400 freestyle. In 8th place in the women's 400 freestyle, from Germantown Academy, Nora Weber. 7th from North Carolina Aquatic, Daisy Collins. 6th from Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Allison Bishop. 5th place from Lakeside Swim Team, Ava Graziani. 4th from Long Island Aquatic Club, Lily Gormson. 3rd from Lakeside Swim Team, Elizabeth Suma. 2nd from Rockville Montgomery, Andrea Dworak. And your 2024 NCSA champion in the women's 400 free from Long Island Aquatic Club, Vivian Zangaro, in a time 4:14.34. Our next award presentation in the men's 400 freestyle. In 8th place for Mason Manta Rays, Jason Zhao. 7th for Chicago Wolfpack, Biko Hooper Haviland. 6th from Team Pittsburgh Elite, McClellan Clark. 5th from Dad's Club, Alex Mao. 4th from Petty Aquatic, Luke Brennan. 3rd from Rockville Montgomery, Cooper Zecker-Kemney. 2nd from Long Island Aquatic Club, Sean Atkinson. And your 2024 NCSA men's 400 freestyle champion, also from Long Island Aquatic Club, Sean Green. His swim of a 3:51.62. Next award presentation in women's 100 butterfly. In 8th place for Men's Worth Aquatics, Amelia Trailoff. 7th from Academy Bullets, Rebecca Rentz. 6th from Mason Manta Rays, Addison Schoenlund. 5th from Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. 4th from Chicago Wolfpack, Isabella Chow. 3rd from Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. 2nd from Mason Manta Rays, Taylor Bacher. And your 2024 NCSA champion of the women's 100 butterfly, dropping her meet record to a new time of 58.45 from Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush. Congratulations, Charlotte. Keeps getting faster. Now the award presentation in men's 100 butterfly. In 8th place from North Carolina Aquatic, Andrew Cummins. 7th from Kentucky Aquatics, Clark Coyle. 6th from Eagle Swim Team, Langston Duncan. 5th place from Long Island Aquatic Club, Martin Perchinsky. We had a tie for 3rd between Devin Dilger of Ole Swimming and Yufeng Wu of Northwest Arkansas Aquatics. Placing 2nd from Eagle Swim Team, Caden Bowers. And your NCSA champion in the men's 100 butterfly from New Wave Swim Club, Enzo Solitario. He too achieved a new meet record in his event, the men's 100 butterfly, 53.69. And now the award presentation in women's 200 breaststroke. In 8th place from Chicago Wolfpack Aquatic Club, Kayla Durham. 7th from Academy Bullet Swim Club, Brooke Corrigan. 6th place from Machine Aquatics, Elizabeth Bryan. 5th from Academy Bullet Swim Club, Elizabeth Naraki. 4th from Infinity Aquatic Club, Caden Stout. 3rd from Mason Manta Rays, Reese Riley. 2nd place from Rockville Montgomery, Angela Kadori. And the 2024 NCSA Summer Champion of the Women's 200 Breaststroke from Lakeside, Hannah Schmidt, in a time of 2:31.77. Our final award presentation here, the men's 200 breaststroke. In 8th place from Team Greenville, Joshua Wilder. 7th from Lakeside, Owen Durham. 6th from Swim Streamline at Northampton, Tyler Tannenberger. 5th from Dad's Club is Jacob Agoff. 4th from Suburban Seahawks, Jake Wang. 3rd place from Hershey Aquatic Club, Gavin Tran. 2nd from Mason Manta Rays, Ryder Hicks. And your 2024 NCSA champion of the men's 200 breaststroke. He did it, establishing a new national age group record for 13, 14-year-olds in the 200 breaststroke from Lakeside, Wilson York, in a time of 2:17.20. Just about 7.5 minutes away from getting started with relays. Timers, please start getting back into your chairs. Timers, please start getting back into your chairs. Swimmers, let's please begin clearing the pool. Let's please clear the main competition pool. Swimmers, let's please clear the pool. Swimmers, let's please clear the main competition pool. Timers, back to your chairs, please. $11 heats of relays coming up here. 400 freestyle relays. All right, ready to get into relays now. Heat 1 of the women's 400 freestyle relay. Rice leads off for Tide Riders B in lane 1. Drummond for Mecklenburg in 2. Sayers for Lakeside B in 3. Dwork for Rockville Montgomery. Fairbanks for Mason Manor Rays B in lane 5. Brown for Tide Riders in lane 6. Gormson for Long Island in 7, and Johnson for Wilmington Aquatic in lane 8. Meet record, the women's 400 freestyle relay, 348.43 by Lakeside Swim Team at last summer's NCSA Championship meet. Rockville Montgomery out front, Gabriel Day. There she goes, second position. Long Island Aquatic in lane 7, Vivian Zongaro. Third, Tide Riders in lane 6, Cindy Shope. Rockville still out front, lane 4. Maria Webb up next. Lane 7 for Long Island, Una Diaz. Annika Kai to anchor for Rockville Montgomery in lane 4. Over in lane 2 for Mecklenburg, it's going to be Emma Dent. Lane 7 for Long Island Aquatics, Samantha Anderson. Rockville Montgomery coming into the wall here in lane 1. Their time, 3:54.61. Heat 2 of women's 400 freestyle relay. Nicholas leaves off for Nova of Virginia in lane 1. Robertson for Ensworth Aquatics in 2. Chow for Chicago Wolfpack in 3. Frost for Pittsburgh Elite in 4. Brock for North Carolina Aquatic in 5. Alice Ware for Chelsea Piers in 6. Dayworth for Ole Swimming in 7. And Sears for Fort Wayne Swim Team in lane 8. Chicago Wolfpack out front. Katazina Pereira up next for the Wolfpack. Second position, Nova of Virginia, lane 1, Emerly de Gunther. And third, in lane 5, North Carolina Aquatic, Isabel Woke. Chicago Wolfpack with the edge coming in here. Third swimmer's ready to go for the Chicago Wolfpack. Fagan Kaminsky, the second position in lane 5. North Carolina Aquatic. Daisy Collins now in the water, and Nova of Virginia in lane 1, third with Caitlin Hodem now. Wolfpack still out front at the 250. Nova Virginia second in lane 1. And third is Ole's A relay in lane 7. Vera Roberson in the water for Ole now. Anchoring for Wolfpack, Maya Arroyo. Lane 5 for North Carolina, Abigail Emmerich. Ole A, third position, lane 7, Josie Conley. And Nova of Virginia, fourth in lane 1 with Allison Bishop anchoring. Less than half a length to go here in Heat 2 of the women's 400 freestyle relay. Into the lead in lane 7, Ole swimming, Josie Conley anchoring. Ole on the wall in a time of 3:52.87. Heat 3 of women's 400 freestyle relay. Kitchen leads off for Dad's Club in lane 1. Murphy for Academy Bullets B in 2. Meyer for Waukesha Express in 3. Crush for Lakeside in 4. Rents for Academy Bullets in 5. Freeman for Germantown Academy in 6. Flowers for Verona Swimming in lane 7. And Smythe for Mason Manta Rays in lane 8. Lakeside with the edge. Charlotte Crush coming in here. Elizabeth Suma up next for Lakeside. Lane 5 for Academy Bullets. Chloe Diner and Emily Hamill for Germantown in lane 6. Isabella Tupley from Amanda Rays in lane 8. Lane 6, Germantown Academy, Carly Bowles. There she goes. Over in lane 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Ava Graziani. Third position, Academy Bullets, lane 5, Brooke Corrigan. Lakeside into the lead at the 250. Ava Graziani in the water. She turned at the far end, 2:21.26. Germantown Academy second in lane 6. What a great race going here. Heat 3 of the women's 400 freestyle relay. Up next for Lakeside, Kinley Jones for Germantown, Arden Keitel Stavropoulos anchoring for Academy Bullets in lane 5. Academy Bullets to the front at the 350 turn. Germantown Academy second in lane 6. Half a length to go here in heat 3 of the women's 400 freestyle relay. Stavropoulos for Academy of Bullets. Holding off Lakeside in lane 4. And Academy Bullets touching first in a time of 3:48.97. Heat 1 of men's 400 freestyle relay. Dart leading off for Innsworth Aquatics in lane 1. Lineup for Summit City in 2. Ingraham for Arlington Aquatic in 3. Gustafson for Mason Manta Rays B in 4. Zhao for Dad's Club B in lane 5. Owen for Lakeside B in lane 6. Guth for Chicago Wolfpack B in 7. And Lopez for Rockville Montgomery in lane 8. Ainsworth Aquatics out front over in lane 1. Elliot Darr's going to turn it over to Henry Topping. Second position, Lakeside in lane 6. Jonathan Smith in the water now. Third, Mason Manta Rays in lane 4. Ryder Hicks in 4th. Summit City Aquatics, Owen Lindsay in lane 2. Coming up on the halfway mark of Heat 1 of the men's 400 freestyle relay. We have a new leading team, Summit City Aquatics in lane 2. Logan Pizwinski in the water now. Lane 6 second, Lakeside Swim Team, Sawyer Tapp. Underway for Ainsworth Aquatics in lane 1, David Hammond. Lakeside's B relay, lane 6 now out front. Clay Bowman ahead of Summit City in lane 2. Correction, that was Sawyer Tapp in the water now for Lakeside. And Sawyer's going to turn it over to Clay Bowman to anchor for Lakeside. There we go. Lane 5 for Dad's Club. It'll be Ephraim Soto. For Summit City in lane 2, Jackson Pyle. And for Rockville Montgomery in lane 8, Alexander Jungluth. Clay Broman bringing it home for Lakeside. Their B relay in lane 6. And Lakeside B touching in a 3:30.93. Heat 2 of men's 400 freestyle relay. Brood leads off for Waukesha Express in lane 1. Coggin for Zionsville in 2. Connie for Academy Bullets in 3. Duncan for Eagle Swim Team in 4. Hartman for Pittsburgh Elite in 5. Spicer for Mecklenburg in 6. McKinley for Tide Riders in 7. And Carter for Badger Aquatics in lane 8. Evan Connie getting the early lead for Academy Bullets in lane 3. Braden Capon up next for the Bullets. Lane 7 for Tide Riders, it'll be Brody Blatt. Third position, Mecklenburg. Lane 6, Nathaniel Home. And fourth at the 100, Badger Aquatics in lane 8, Alexander Heinrich. Mecklenburg to the front now in lane 6. Nathaniel Home brings it down for Mecklenburg in lane 6. Brian Bucci up next. Over in lane 3 for Academy Bullets, it's going to be Braden Nagel. Third position. In lane 4, Eagle Swim Team, Caden Bowers. Mecklenburg out front, lane 6. Bucci is going to turn it over to Marshall Pfeiffer to anchor. Look how close it is for second, third, and fourth. Second in lane 4 at the 300. For Eagle, got Tristan Furlan now in the water. For Pittsburgh Elite, lane 5, Nazar Zakowski. And for Academy Bullets, Sebastian Leal. Rockville Montgomery was ahead at the 350. Look at this race down to the finish. Coming on strong in lane 5, Pittsburgh Elite. Nazar Zakowski for Pittsburgh Elite. And Pittsburgh Elite touching first in lane 5 in a time of 3:30.28. Heat 3 of men's 400 freestyle relay. Dilger leading off for Ole in lane 1. Williams for Dad's Club in 2, Wang for Suburban Seahawks in 3, Hitch for Lakeside in 4, Payne for Mason Manta Rays in 5, Green for Long Island Aquatic in 6, Ross for Machine Aquatics in 7, and Nolan for Chicago Wolfpack in lane 8. Meet record, men's 400 freestyle relay, 3:24.57 by Allegheny North Swim Club in 2018. Devin Tilger for Ole. He's going to turn it over to Colin Zexter. As they are Ole out front at the 100. Second position in lane 6, Long Island Aquatic. Mounta Tanekas in the water now. Third position at the 100, Suburban Seahawks, Gavin Shiflett underway. Ole still out front at the 150. Colin Zexter, he is kicking up some water over there. Riding high, it'll be Everett Ward up next for Ole. Closing the gap in lane 4 for Lakeside. Alexander Teesing turns it over to Carter Rankin. Third position, lane 6, Long Island Aquatic Club. Strahenia Meslow now. Lakeside swim team out front at the 250. Everett Ward brings it back for Ole now in lane 1. Benjamin Leginski to anchor for Ole. Lane 5 for Mason Manta Rays, Jason Zhao. Third position in lane 6, Long Island Aquatic Club, Martin Perchinsky. And fourth in lane 2, Dad's Club, Alex Miao anchoring. Half a length to go with Lakeside out front in lane 4. Leginski on the move for Ole in lane 1. Coming up to the backstroke flag. Under the flag they go, into the wall, and touching first is Lakeside. In a time, 3:26.25. Heat 4 of women's 400 freestyle relay. Butcher leads off for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics in lane 1. Link for Rockville Montgomery B in lane 2. Mullins for Suburban Seahawks in lane 3. Hunter for Zionsville in 4, Francis for Fast Tigers in 5, Kwong for Arlington Aquatic in 6, Zentz for Eagle Swim Team in 7, and Webb for Excel Aquatics in lane 8. Coming in for the first relay exchange here in Heat 4 for the women. And out in front, Eagle swim team, Samantha Randall now. Lane 4 for Zionsville, Maggie Hadley. Third in lane 8, Excel Aquatics, Grace Moody. Samantha Randall for Eagle in lane 7. Jillian Hawkins up next for Eagle swim team. Over in lane 3 for Suburban Seahawks, it'll be Caitlin Colasar. Third position in lane 1, Northwest Arkansas, Autumn Milford. And fourth position in lane 4, Zionsville Swim Club, Molly Simmons. Next up for Eagle swim team, Krista Blaha. Over in lane 3 for Suburban Seahawks, Molly Lowe. For Fast Tigers in lane 5, Ella Hare. And for Zionsville Swim Club, lane 4, Ava Metzger. Krista Blaha bringing it in for Eagle swim team. Here in lane 7, Heat 4, the women's 400 freestyle relay, and Eagle swim team 3:56.80. Heat 4 of men's 400 freestyle relay. You leads off for Northwest Arkansas in lane 1. Jaron for Carolina Aquatics in 2, Koo for Fast Tigers in 3, O'Connell for Long Island B in 4, Haley for Chelsea Piers Aquatic in 5, Bartell in Eagle for Eagle Swim Team B in 6, Teresis for Izwaki Aquatics in 7, and Gal for Pittsburgh Elite in lane 8. Northwest Arkansas out front, lane 1. Jackson Keys up next. Second position in lane 5. Chelsea Piers, Chase Elliott now underway. For Long Island Aquatic, they're third in lane 4 at the 100. Ethan Silver. Now into first place, lane 3, Fast Tigers, Luis Sanchez. Sanchez getting Fast Tigers to the front, turns it over to Hudson Lee. Lane 4 for Long Island Aquatic now. Jake Sikowitz. Northwest Arkansas, third in lane 1 with Dennis Ozil in the water. Anchoring for Fast Tigers will be Thomas Johanneman. Over in lane 1 for Northwest Arkansas, Caleb Guthrie. In lane 5 for Chelsea Piers, Chaz Jones. Fast Tigers hold the lead at the 350. On the charge, Long Island Aquatic, Sean Atkinson. Long Island Aquatic to the front in lane 4. Long Island Aquatic in a time of 3:33.45. Three more heats to go. This is heat 5 of women's 400 freestyle relay. Jim leads off for New Trier Aquatics in lane 1, Marion for Irish Aquatics in 2, Brennan for Petty Aquatics in 3, Abdullah for Team Greenville in 4, Woowell for Waukesha Express in 5, Lietzow for New Trier Aquatics in 6, and Brockman for Chicago Wolfpack in lane 7. Number 2 swimmer in the water now, lane 6 for New Trier. They're out front. Sylvia Tiladuca. Second in lane 4, Team Greenville, Emily Heights. And for Petty Aquatic, third in lane 3, Samantha Valacious. Underway now. Number 3 swimmers ready to go. For New Trier, it'll be Leah Rogie here in lane 6. Over in lane 4 for Team Greenville, Ellery Bracall. For Petty Aquatics, Hannah Bateman. Up next for New Trier in lane 6, Riley O'Hara. Lane 4 for Team Greenville, Emily Schneider. Over in lane 3 for Petty Aquatic, Lola Early. And in 4th position, lane 7, Chicago Wolfpack, Lipa Nira. New Trier Aquatics, lane 6, going to touch first here in Heat 5 of the women's 400 freestyle relay. Their time, 3:56.26. Heat 5 in men's 400 freestyle relay. Zachary Kemney leads off for Rockville Montgomery B in lane 1. Platts Mills for North Carolina Aquatic in 2. Tumbless for Irish Aquatics in 3. Bobbin for Academy Bullets B in lane 4. Ibrahim for Excel Aquatics in lane 5. Coyle for Kentucky Aquatics in lane 7. And Novak for City of Plano in lane 8. Out front at the 100, North Carolina Aquatic, lane 2, Andrew Cummins. Irish Aquatics, lane 3, second position, Gabriel Kazmarek. And third at the 100 in lane 8, City of Plano, with Liam Giles now in the water. North Carolina Aquatic out front, lane 2. Tyler Barrett up next. Second position is City of Plano, Ben Kalin. Third position, Kentucky Aquatics, Will Jones. Cooper Nicholson to anchor for North Carolina in lane 2. Lane 7 for Kentucky Aquatics, it'll be Nicholas Johnson. Third position, Irish Aquatics, lane 3, Gavin Crail. And at the 300 rather, Academy Bullets B relay in lane 4. Tanner Stumpenhorst now in the water. Cooper Nicholson brings it in for North Carolina Aquatics. Relay, they're in lane 2. Their time, 3:35.14. This is heat 6 of the men's 400 freestyle relay. Wells leads off for Irish Aquatics B in lane 1. Crowley for Team Greenville in lane 2. Comstock for Club North Swimming in 3. Overton for Arkansas Dolphins in 4. Lane 6, Nova of Virginia is Mumanovic. We got Halpern for North Carolina B in lane 7, and O'Connor for Zwacky B in lane 8. Second swimmer's gone now. Team Greenville out front, lane 2, Owen Bird. Second position at the 100, lane 7, North Carolina B with Colton Cheras now. And third position at the 100 for Club North, lane 3, Evan Krim. Team Greenville out front, lane 2. Yuri Yurko up next. Second position, lane 7, North Carolina Aquatic. Connor Peck in the water now. Third in lane 4, Arkansas Dolphins, Jack Bracey. And fourth at the 200. Lane 3, Club North. That means Palmer Keith is underway. Luke Heyman to anchor for Team Greenville in lane 2. Over here in lane 7 for North Carolina, Kwonki Zhang. Third position, lane 4, was the Arkansas Dolphins with Brooke Flagg underway now. who came in Team Greenville into the wall. Their time, 3:34.60. And that concludes day 4 here at the IU Natatorium, the 2024 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships. Tomorrow, our final day of competition, where we'll be seeing swims in the 50 backstroke, 200 IM, 50 free. We got women's 800 free, the men's 1500 freestyle, and we'll wrap up in our final session tomorrow with 400 medley relay. How about that? So anyway, a great day, number of meet records. We'll recap that tomorrow morning. And everybody have a good evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow.